All right, you guys, what it do? Your boy is back on the grind. One more time, your boy is back at it again, you guys. And in the garage, sunny day today. Yes, sir. So I got the door open out here about to work. Now, I've been out here actually working for probably about a good solid maybe 2 hours or so. Pretty much just kind of not rewiring, but hooking all the wires back up, everything I disconnected, bolting on the throttle body, running hoses, cutting down ducting and pipes so I can try to temporarily run this intake system here that actually feeds into the Procharger. I'm actually going to hide it down in the front corner of the driver's side fender, hopefully, and just kind of going from there. So I won't talk too much because we actually are going to start this dang thing here in a little bit. My son is just waking up, so I'm just trying to wait until he like fully wakes up. My wife just got home from the store, so I'm going to look over some things here in a second here just to kind of double check, triple check to make sure everything is all good to go from when I start this dang thing. So it's going to be a live start, you guys. I haven't even started it yet since I've kind of done all these modifications. Now, I did start it one time already, as I think you guys already know, but the Procharger is fully hooked up to the throttle body. I have the blow-off valve on there, so I'm wanting to start this for a few reasons. One, I kind of reworked the tune and put a new tune on it, so that's good. Two, I don't even know if this blow-off valve is any good. I ran it on my Caprice and it had a little bit trouble leaking, but then I changed the spring on it and I actually put a washer in it to kind of make the spring tighter, and it seemed to be okay. So I don't know, we'll see. You'll be able to know if it leaks because when it's idling and running and the air's blowing in it, if it's staying open and you hear it hissing, that means it's leaking. So and just see if the whole serpentine setup as far as the Procharger belt drive goes is in alignment, because last time it was actually running on the edge of one of the idler pulleys, but I didn't have that pulley fully tightened all the way, so I had to take off everything again, tighten it, and then put it back on. So a lot of different things that we're trying to just see if this whole thing is actually good to go. So I don't have the full front accessories hooked up yet. I don't even have that belt system hooked up. We're strictly running it with no coolant. We're just gonna run it for like 30 seconds to a minute just to see if the dang thing starts up, because I also have a new tune on it, a new version, upgraded the software on the computer. So there's a lot of things going on here, you guys. So this hopefully will start up. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing now. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Y'all, Mr. Griffin 23 in the building, working on this 71 Chevelle. All right, y'all, it's go time. So we're about to make this thing happen, y'all. About to make this thing happen, man. No waiting, no nothing. Here we go. Well, you guys, it's probably like 45 minutes later after a few attempts. It wouldn't start. It would start for like 5 seconds, or it would kind of run and then it would just shut right off. So not really sure what's going on. I'm sure it's something in the tune, but I don't really know. And I was trying to diagnose it. I was doing a couple things. I was kind of looking at my fuel pressure and if I had the vacuum lines ran, do I have a vacuum leak? You know, that kind of thing. And I don't know, man. It just wouldn't run. So I'm pretty sure it's something in the tune. I'm actually going to message my buddy who does my tuning for me and then we'll go from there. And shoot, man, we almost had a catastrophic event here. I had my intake pipe here kind of just sitting here, and I had this over here like this, and I was like, yo, I gotta pull that away, which I did because it was right next to the intake pipe. So I pulled it away, and maybe somehow it kind of inched its way down because I had it set over here. And long story short, when I started it one of the last times, it actually sucked it into the intake pipe, but I caught it so fast, you guys. I don't know how fast I actually caught it, but I don't know how that happened, but I caught it so fast and I pulled it back. But the unfortunate thing is this edge here was, you know, kind of like raw metal for me cutting it down. And when I pulled it, because the blanket got sucked in there, it actually scratched it right there. So, man, and I don't know where these came from, actually. I don't know where those came from, but I don't think that's all one piece. Let me see, hold on. All right, so that's the intake. So nah, so that was the only part right there, because it won't even reach. I mean, the other two are here and here, so I'm not sure what those other two are from. They're probably from when I was messing with the hood, since this hood was a pain in the butt to kind of align, so it's probably from that. But I don't see any indications from that anywhere. But anyways, you guys, so left that mark there, so I'm not sure what's up. So the next clip, since this video isn't that long, is probably me figuring out what's happening. So I'll just leave it right here, take you guys into the next clip after this. I'm gonna go ahead and get inside here, finish up some things, and who knows how long this next clip will be, a couple days, one day, what have you, and then we'll just kind of just go from there. All right, you guys, it is next day. It is Sunday, and we actually had to work today. We had a birthday party to go to. Came home, we were all dead tired, so actually all of us took a nap, and I'm not a huge napper, but I was tired enough where I just passed out, y'all. And now I'm out here trying to get this thing done. So last night I was thinking it was definitely something in my tune why it wasn't starting. So I hit up my tuner, and he pretty much kind of just nailed down and said, it's probably your map. If you changed it and, you know, some different parameters, you just have to adjust and everything in order to get this thing to start and run. So he asked me to send him the file. So I sent him the file, and he asked me to send him a data log if I had one. And luckily I did. I had one data log already saved. So I sent him those. Then he pretty much got it back to me within like 10 minutes and said, there you go, it should start. You just had a few things wrong, and actually adjusted some of my fueling and everything. So this thing should run and hopefully actually drive. So I have a trailer just in case I need to trailer this thing to get it tuned. But right now we're going to load up this thing and hope that it starts. So we'll turn it on, not key on, obviously here. Everything loads up. Got all my monitors working. And let's see here. Is this thing? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I need this to pop up, this USB link, and then all these came up. So last time they were grayed out, so I wasn't able to access it. So now I go USB link, click on that. All right, so you see it says everything failed. That's because this tune in here is not matching what's on my ECU. So what I have to do is send this tune to the ECU, and everything should link up. And as you can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but he renamed it Anthony Supercharger New Base File. So I should be able to bring my cursor down, send to ECU. There we go. So what I usually do is actually just turn it off just to kind of make sure it saves. You probably don't need to do that, but I do it anyway. And let me go ahead, I'm gonna open this garage door. just so I can get some airflow in here. All right, y'all, so we should be set. I don't have any clamps on or anything. I actually have to order one bigger to fit a 3.5 inch here. So this is 3.5 inch opening to a 3 inch, and then on the back here, I think this is like a 4 inch. We should be set. So how you're supposed to route this is you want the blow off valve to come somewhere lower. If you can, you want to put it on the intake because that's where it's going to get its most vacuum. Then you have a boost reference from the regulator that hooks up directly to this boost reference here, because that's where it's going to see and read the most boost coming from that blower right into there. And then it's going to make adjustments on the fueling as needed. But that's not super important right now, just because I'm really just trying to get it to run. Also, one good thing is this belt seems to be, oh, I don't know. It looks like it's rubbing, man. Oh no, I hope not. Oh shoot, it is rubbing. Dang, you gotta be kidding me. The frick is that rubbing on? I'm gonna have to look at that. The only thing it can rub on is this pulley right there. See that edge there? So unless I'm missing something somewhere, it's not hitting anything down there. It wouldn't hit anything over there. Man, come on. Well, I gotta keep an eye on that because you can see it's eating the edge of that off somehow. What the heck? I don't understand. Something must be slightly off alignment, man. I don't need this right now, y'all. Man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and see what it does here. All right, you guys, so we got it going. She's running, so that's a plus. That is a plus. Not very good, but she is on. It's super smoky. I'm sure it just needs a good solid tune and new plugs for sure. So I'm actually going to go ahead and change the plugs before we take it over to get tuned. So I have a tune date of the 25th of this month. So that's literally probably like in couple weeks, maybe a week and a half, or just a little bit over a week and a half. So we should be set for that on the 25th. That is a Thursday. And then we'll just go from there, you guys. So everything looks good so far. The only thing is the belt is rubbing a little bit. I have no idea why it's rubbing like it is, like I just showed you. I think I have an idea. I think it's that dang pulley again. So I don't think the pulley is loose. I just think there's probably a slight imperfection in the pulley itself. Here, let me flip the camera around. I'll show you. All right, guys, so let me show you this. So you have this pulley here. Then you have the bearings, obviously, that's inside of here, and the housing or whatever that holds that bearing in. Well, that whole assembly or deal like sticks out like this much in the back behind it. And then you have a provision here. Let's just use this for an example. In the bracket, so that way that housing for the bearing can sit inside of that bracket a little bit more flush and bring it in closer towards the bracket. So what I think is going on is there's a slight imperfection either in that piece, or if you guys can see right here, you can see there's that lip there that stops that that belt from kind of hopping off. Well, since it's riding on the backside, you can kind of see the pulley there. You see that lip right there. So either that's a little off, or that piece that I talked about with the bearing is a little bit off. So my thought would be to like maybe kind of shave that down a little bit, or have it just slightly milled down. So what I'll probably have to do is just kind of run this for a little bit and see if it goes any wider than that, or if it even becomes a problem. I don't know, but you know, belts shouldn't be rubbing like that. You can see how much more worse it was on this side. That's because I actually had the pulley loose. So I went back, took everything off, because you have to take all this off in order to get to that pulley. There's no other way around it. So I went and tightened it up, and then you can see how much better it is, but it's still rubbing. So I don't know if that is what it is. I would imagine I would have to take the pulley off, and like I said, maybe have it milled down or shaved down just ever so slightly to not allow that to happen. So we'll see. I don't know, you guys. I'm just gonna kind of let it ride it out for a second. I would hate to take it to get tuned, and then, you know, there's something that happens with the belt and we can't tune it any further or whatever. So I don't know. I'm just gonna try to let it run a little bit more when I get coolant in and stuff like that, to see if it will hold okay. And then we'll kind of just go from there, you guys. So other than that, everything seems to be checking out pretty good. I think I have everything hooked up as is. Like I said, it was just super smoky. So there's no way I'm driving this thing to get tuned. All right, you guys, so that's pretty much it. It is running, it is running, it is running. So that is a plus. So now the time comes to just piece this thing back together and call it good. All right, so if you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing, y'all. Hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. Instagram 23 in the building, man. Take you on this journey, take you on this ride. Man, it's going to be a good one when it's all said and done, all right? So as you guys know, I figure stuff out. I get it done, and I also got it figured out with the power steering reservoir. So I'll show you that when it's all said and done, man. We making strides, we making waves, we making it happen, all right? So again, if you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing, y'all. Hit the notification bell, all the good stuff, y'all. Instagram 23 in the building. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, y'all. I'm out of here. Deuces. Peace out.